Yay! Alright. I said I would show you about this picture. And let me show you up close. Let's see. Okay, it's like, it just says love, okay? But then right here, it's in white paint marker. But then right here's a little pinkish red heart. And then up here, in the pinkish red, because you can't see it, because it's a black paper. But it says, shoot. Anyways, it says positive vibes. And it has a heart right there. And it says love. It's simple. But I just was stunned by it, especially by how it came about. I'll tell you. Oh, I don't know if I want to name names, but there was a little girl that I knew, and it's a few months ago, and a whole bunch of other kids, like 4 girls, 5 girls, and a little boy. The boy was the smallest. And they came over here, and I was like, here, y'all paint and y'all do stuff. So I like laid all the papers out everywhere like that, and I had the door wide open like this, like, you know, just wide open. And so they were all sitting here, right here. And the oldest one was sitting right at the doorway, right there, inside. And the rest of the kids were outside. And the little boy was the smallest, and he was saying, oh, this is fun, this is fun, this is fun, this is fun. That's all he ever said. And anyways, I was doing my own thing, of course, and so, well, kind of helping them, like, their papers were flying off. But, okay, anyways, the little girl, the oldest little girl that was sitting in here, well, sometimes, you know, sometimes you find out you had a past life, parallel, I don't know how it works, with another being, maybe your child, and, yeah, and you killed them, you murdered them, and you never regretted it. And then you had a little girl, and it was your first child, and you'd never held a baby before, and or wanted to. But when you did have your first baby, a little girl, she would not take her mom's milk or anything. She'd be like, here's the milk, okay? Boob, titty, whatever. And she'd be like, ah! And she would only quit crying if other people got her. And her own mom, who's having her first child, was freaking out. But come to find out years later, like few years, 9, 10, 11 years later, that happened. So when the mother saw this, intuitively, a flash of a memory, and you know, because you feel. And anyways, when I saw this, I recognized it, and 10 minutes later I went up front to the front house where she was at, and she had, I knew also, because all her red birthmarks, her strawberries that they called them, where they were at is where that man that was me shot that man that was her. Anyways, so 10 minutes later I went up front after I had that intuitive flash, and I'm not planning on telling anybody that, and I don't think I still have. And she 10 minutes later, and she runs up to me and goes, Mom, look, all my birthmarks are gone. Talk about resolving karma, eh? Okay. Nothing's any big deal. If you can grasp that, you will be alright. You will be alright. Okay. Anyways, about the picture. So my oldest daughter was sitting here, and she was just, just looking pissed off and mad dogging me, And every time I'd get near her, she must have been having some thoughts about me or something, because all the other kids were fine. And every time I'd get near her, she'd try to fight me, and she started throwing all the crayons at me. And I have 2 huge shoe boxes full of markers and crayons and stencils and pencils and every type of paint, marker, everything that you could possibly dream of to create with, like that. She started taking them from the other kids and everything. She threw every one of those at me and all over my house, trying to whatever. And she was just in a rage. And and every time I'd walk by her, she'd try to hit me or just try to get one on me somehow, like that. And like with that feeling, like ugh, and birds chirping. Anyways, I never got upset. I was watching her. I was just watching her demons, her devils acting out and acting up. And that's all. I have no fight with anybody, much less her. Anyways, so I let her just resolve it on her own, even though I did spin her around because it was a slippery floor twice, which made her laugh because she couldn't help but laugh. She was so pissed. But anyways, then she came out right here to my rock pile, to the crystal pile, and just started breaking them, trying so hard to break them, trying to break the pretty ones and everything. And I didn't just stare at her, but I watched her, and off and on, just giving her space. I mean, what's she gonna do? Trying to be the god of destruction. Anyways, so I just watched her until she was all the way finished, and then I was bringing her bigger things, like, you want to break these plates? It'd feel better. Break it with a bat. But anyways, she'd just try to hit me. And after all that was done, of course, no words were spoken between us much, except for that kind of thing. But after all of that was done, she came up and she just hugged me. Well, she didn't hug me. She didn't hug me, but she just wanted to be around me after that. And then she just came in and laid down on the floor and didn't even care what I was listening to or anything. Like children would, turn that off. Okay. Anyways, I was amazed at it because it was so huge for me, because I was watching her outer man, woman, whatever, jinn acting up, little demons, devils, whatever. We all have them. I was watching her outer person, whatever, acting out and all that. And I mean, wanting to fucking tear everything up. And when they were done, when they all went back up front, even her, and I cleaned everything up because I just cleaned it up. Who cares if she helped me? No, I'm just going to clean it up. Anyways, then I saw what she had drawn, because she tried to tear it up, but I grabbed it from her for some reason, not even seeing it until right now, or until that day. Anyways, this is it. Love, heart, positive vibes, and the most beautiful, most simple, angelic, just creative inner man. That creative one, the only one that can create ones, whatever. the inner reality, the angelic reality, the closer to God reality, source reality within her was doing this, okay? The whole time that her jinn, her little outer man reality, was doing that. So, take what you can, take what you want from it. It's awesome. It's awesome feeling and knowing. Yeah. Her water is crazy. Anyways. Okay. One more picture, because the other day I was like wide open. I wasn't having very many thoughts. I was just kind of, appreciating, kind of in awe about things. I guess spirit caught me. But, and my daughter Abby, sometimes if you're so open to your spirit, or to spirit, and to life, and to yourself, and you know what I'm saying. Every now and then it'll happen, especially if you're in love, just in love. Just being in love. My other daughter drew this. Oh shit. Okay. She drew this. Well, she had no idea. And I just walked out. I said, Abby, I'm going to go outside and do whatever I'm going to do. And she said, okay. She was fine. And and that makes me feel good, because to see anybody in their creative flow, is awesome, because it's sourcing from the source. Nobody can create but the creative spark, whatever you want to say. I don't even know what to say. But, okay, Abby drew this for me, and then she showed me it. She goes, look, Mom, it says, this is for you, this is you. I think she said this is me. No, she didn't. She said, it says down here, this is a random girl. And right here, she's got ponytails, and I don't remember what she said about that. I saw her mess up on that very beginning. Or she thought she messed up. But her shirt is huge, like a boy. Like, that's ridiculous huge shirt. And that's how I was when I was a kid. I wore ridiculously overly sized shirts, like more than any boy, and shoes. I was like, Anyways, I was the hugest boy, bigger than the boys were. It was not. Ew. Okay, but it has hearts on the sleeves, and it says softball. And that's what I played my entire life, with my big ass t-shirts. And right there is the eye that I got a wood chip in when I was helping with wood, carrying wood. And after that, I was all traumatized. I had to wear a pirate patch on my eye. And, of course I got called all kinds of things, which didn't even matter, but they did at the moment. I was like, oh, not black-eyed pea. Okay, anyways. And that was just a random girl with a messed up eye or something in a softball shirt. And then after that, she showed me a thing called Wisdom Dog, which was a short little cartoon that you can look up if you want. I think it was Wisdom Dog. It was stupid and corny, and I loved it. But it was like too close. It was like, oh shit. I'm pinned down here. All these things. Because that Wisdom Dog, little minute-long cartoon of a dog going, and the words, what he was saying was on the bottom. The Wisdom Dog was talking about, I'll give you wisdom. And he was flying through the air, and he was like, when you have a ball, you have to make sure it's soft when anyways, I'm going to look it up. Maybe I'll post it on the comments. Alright.